See if you can tell me.
All right. So for the people at home, it is a bench, and like kind of written in like a not like a scratchy font, but like a DIY font. Mm-hmm. It says, "Do I need a different mouth to drink oat milk?"
No, it doesn't. What does it say?
Oh. Oh.
Sheesh, we have a special episode for you guys today. It's episode
69.
What's that?
I'm so sweaty for some reason. I have no idea. I was like,
you want me to turn the air on?
No, good? I'm good now. I just needed to sit down.
We have a very special meal today. Y'all heard of Gwenyth Paltrow, obviously. She's an actress. And if you didn't know, she has a line of products called Goop. Most notably, you would have probably heard of the candle called This Candle Smells Like My Vagina. She has a lot of vagina-scented and vagina-themed things. Wow, that's handy. You could eat through... Nice, I like that.
That's definitely not that purpose, but...
And today, we are eating her Goop line of food.
Which probably also tastes like her vagina.
Which might taste like her vagina. It smells like her feet, for sure. And so I have a teriyaki chicken bowl with what looks like cucumber and avocado, and maybe
what
that's...
do you mean what looks like cucumber?
I mean, that's probably a cucumber, but it could be like a zucchini
they
or
also,
like a...
They cut it like it looks like celery, too.
Yeah, they
cut
cut it
that
like
about?
celery. So
that's weird.
Anyways, it looks good, though. Like, I am, pleasantly surprised with the presentation. I'll try the cucumber first.
Yeah. I went ahead and got the Brentwood chicken salad, mostly because I thought it was really funny that she had something that was named after one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Los Angeles. So I was
this food was not cheap either. This is not like normal lunch prices, you know? This is like fucking $20. If you go to Goop if you want to pay $20 for like a little bowl.
And to I don't know, like support something. Right. I don't know.
I think it all goes back into her pocket anyways, in her weird sex retreats.
And her like strange pseudoscience that like isn't real that people somehow buy into.
Don't feel the need to necessarily go rush out to Goop immediately, but I will say that the chopped up cucumbers are okay.
Are they in fact cucumbers?
They are in fact cucumbers. Oh, sorry.
I was like,
Let me try now the chicken. The chicken.
What's that?
Thank you.
Of course. Chicken.
It is chicken.
It is chicken.
I'll tell you what. I've tasted chicken before, and that is chicken.
That is certainly what this appears to be.
I don't know about that chicken. I gotta be honest.
Really?
All right, let's try these greens.
What's wrong with the chicken? Once you dissect it a little bit more.
Oh God.
We'll do the full review.
All right. Okay. Wow, a lot of stuff to unpack here. That chicken is like, it's like they cooked chicken with no seasoning and then put seasoning on top at the very end. Like you can taste it, like basically like the outside of it tastes like seasoned, and then the inside is just like cold chicken.
Hell yeah.
Like straight from the package. So it's okay. The greens taste very gingery, but I think it's because they're right next to the ginger. Let's try a piece that was farther away from the ginger.
That may in fact be the reasoning.
No, I think they're seasoned with ginger. Okay. Quite interesting. Let's try the couscous. I got high hopes.
He's got high hopes.
He's got high hopes. All right. Couscous is all right.
Okay.
How's your salad?
So far, I want to be honest with you. It tastes like something you'd get at like Ralph's.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like for the price that we paid, I would expect something that tastes like, I feel like I can go into like a place that has pre-packaged salads.
Yeah. Like those ones that come in like the tubs and you like pull them off and you shake them. That's what this feels like.
This reminds me of.
And it's like fine.
It's not bad.
I just don't understand why something of that quality would be this expensive.
No idea.
And also not tasting like a vagina at all.
I know.
At least
a little bit.
From what I think a vagina would taste like.
Yeah, I would assume.
I would never know what that is like.
People on the internet
never in a million
have a bunch of different ideas about it. Yeah. So that's all I'm basing my opinions off of.
I just keep adding to this bite, thinking that that's going to be the smart move. But every time I like push it down, nothing gets added to the fork. So I'm
hate
just like,
that.
well,
It's like that Dimitri Martin bit where he's like, you have to build a little mini version of your salad, on every bite of your salad.
mm-hmm.
Like lettuce, onion, cherry tomato, cherry tomato, cherry tomato. Fuck it. We're going in.
Yep. But
It's okay. You know what? I'll give it a 6.5. Honestly.
Yeah. I'd probably sit it around. Yeah, maybe
6.5.
5.5 to 6.
Wow. Yeah.
Because it's fine, but it's like
It's fine. Like it'll make me full.
yeah,
You know?
like the taste of it exclusively comes from this carrot ginger salad dressing, which
Same. The thing I put on top.
yeah,
Is
which by itself is actually really good.
really.
I actually like that dressing a lot.
All right.
But you know, it's just a salad. They've got
Yeah.
like little like tempura strips, some avocado, some chia seeds.
The menu itself is also very odd.
Yeah.
It's like half Mediterranean, half like Asian fusion, half just like normal salad spot.
Right.
It's quite odd.
They had like a bento box too.
Yeah. She can't be doing all this right. Like,
Weird. But apparently too, on the side of the bag that it came in was like 7 other iterations of like Goop food businesses.
yeah.
That feels like tax evasion.
Right here, you got Goop Kitchen, which is what we got, which does whole bowls and salads. You got Goop Rotisserie, which is organic chicken and sides.
That's it.
That's
You get
all.
a chicken and a bunch of sides. It's just fucking
That's
KFC.
it. Goop Superfina, which is gluten-free pasta and pizza. Goop Soup, which is bone broths and soups.
I gotta say, Goop soup.
Goop soup.
Wonderful
Yeah,
phrasing.
I like that.
Love that.
Goop Morning. I kind of like that too, like good morning.
Yeah.
Healthy smoothies and breakfasts.
I just hate that it's called Goop.
It's gross.
Like it makes everything sound so unappealing all the time.
I don't want anything goopy near my mouth.
Right.
You know?
Right. Unless it's like slightly melted ice cream.
Ooh.
That's the best Goop.
I love that goop. That is the only acceptable goop that I will put near my mouth voluntarily.
And you just goop it on in there. You know, you just.
They should have a goop desserts line.
Ooh.
Goop,
Goop treats.
goop treats, yeah, I
Goop.
guess.
Goop cream.
That's fucking nasty.
Never mind. Let's throw that one out the
Goop cream.
Don't anybody ever say that again.
I would not put it past her to have an ice cream brand called Goop Cream.
I remember, like, I used to work on a farm. That farm, all organic, biodynamic, super incredible stuff. Great things that they're doing both for the world as a whole and agriculture, as well as the community at large. One of the annoying things about it was that they all unironically loved Goop and like what they were doing. And I was like, you guys are killing me. This is the one thing that I'm gonna like
Come on.
fully be like, nah. I ain't about
Well,
it.
it's because, I mean, obviously, the marketing is great. So if you're susceptible to that kind of marketing and
Right.
that kind of like holistic approach to things, like, yeah, it's going to seem like the best shit ever to you.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Their marketing department is great and it knows their target audience. But like, from outside looking in, I don't know. This shit is just salad, my guy.
Have you seen the Uber Eats commercial with Gwyneth Paltrow?
No.
So like you can get like whatever the fuck ordered to you now with Uber Eats. And fucking Gwyneth Paltrow gets like a candle delivered to her and she's holding it and she's covering up one of the words on the side of it. And it's like candle smells just like my and it's like covering up and she like takes a bite of it and she's like, And I was just like, at least
No.
she's self-aware, I
Are
guess.
you serious?
Yeah, dude. That's an Uber Eats commercial.
Dude, commercials are fucking weird as shit these days.
I know.
Yo, there's an entire ad campaign going on right now for Oatly oat milk. I see it everywhere, right? There was this one that I saw. It's a weird ass ad campaign. It's called like unfrequently asked questions or something like that.
Okay.
And it's like, I guess people are supposed to be unfamiliar with oat milk. Like maybe this would have been okay like 7 years ago when oat milk was like new, but everyone knows what oat milk is now. So like all the ads say like, do I need to prepare to drink oat milk? Do I need a different mouth to drink oat milk? Like stupid shit, right?
Like, yeah, bro, you gotta go run a mile and then come back and then you can drink it.
So there's this one over there on fuck me, whatever road that is that leads down to Universal. And
Vineland.
I think it's Lancashire.
Oh, yeah.
The one that goes down.
The one that like meets up.
Yeah. So big old banner on a bench. And I took a picture of it because I could not figure out what in the world it was supposed to mean. It says, one minute. See if you can tell me.
All right. So for the people at home, it is a bench. And like kind of written in like a not like a scratchy font, but like a DIY font.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Do I need a different mouth to drink oat milk?"
No, it doesn't. What does it say?
Oh. Oh. Do I need a different mouth to drink oat milk? That's gotta be like fucked up. Whoa.
Yeah, you can do that now. You can select text and photos. Isn't that sick?
Holy shit, that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
And it like fully copies it and everything?
Copies it, yeah.
Holy shit. Thanks, Oatly. There's like something written on here.
Anyways, I don't know about that. But do I need a different mouth to drink oat milk?
That's so weird. How did that get approved?
It's a mistake because this is the ad it's supposed to be. I went on their website and I said, it just says, do I need a different mouth to drink oat milk?
You went full ass sleuth on it because you were like, there's no way.
I was like, there's no way. I was like, is it targeting Italians now? Do I need a different mouth to drink oat milk?
They put the fucking like this emoji on it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
dude.
I went on their fucking website to go to see the ad campaign and it was a mistake. But how do you let that mistake happen? Like how? Do you know how many people that shit has to go through? How does that happen? How many of those did they print?
And the printer wasn't like,
right.
Hey guys, just want to double check that this is right.
I mean, the ad itself is already fucking weird.
Yeah.
So like maybe they were like, yeah, maybe that's just what it's supposed to be. But it's a huge mistake.
How long did it take you sitting there reading the bench to realize that there was a mistake in it?
Well, I had to read it like 3 times before. I was like, because just the sentence itself is weird.
It's weird as hell.
I was like, that's a weird ad. And then I was like, wait, something doesn't make sense. And I read it like 3 times. I was sat at the stoplight and I was like, this has to be a mistake. And I took a picture. I like called my mom. I FaceTimed my mom. I was like, Mom, look at this real quick.
Genuinely need a question.
Yeah. I was
answered
like,
right now.
Does this make sense to you? I thought I was having a stroke, dude. But no, they just made a mistake.
Burning toast. You're like, shit, am I dying? Is this it?
I can't move my arm. This is a mistake. So, yeah, no, they completely fucked it up. I don't know how many of those they printed, though. It's still there.
That's so funny. Dude, I love that, like, you go to buy a thing of Oatly, and they're like, oh, wait, sir, don't forget your mouth.
Don't forget to different the mouth.
It's just a funnel. Like, you just have to...
Beer bong, but with oat milk. Nice and thick.
Oh, dude.
These greens are not it.
As you just, like, throw up. Greens ain't it? Not feeling it?
No, I usually love greens. These greens are...
Just, like, soggy.
Tainted with ginger. I like ginger.
There's something about, like, collard greens, too, where it's, like, they gotta be warm. If they're not warm...
Facts. Yeah.
It just don't work.
That is true. It
don't
just
work
don't
right.
work. It don't work right otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just it's still there. Like I truly can't believe it.
Dude, that is a full ass company with a whole ass marketing department that put that together and was like, this is it. We've done it. We've
Here's
created
some of the other questions.
the perfect ad campaign.
Let's see.
Time to shit on oat milk.
Oatly.com.
This is unfortunate. I love Oatly oat milk.
I love Oatly.
It's great. But now I'm a little hesitant. All right.
Okay, go to the select
Oatly.
your market. How do I see their ads?
Your bench on Lancashire and Vineland has a misspelling in it.
Asked questions.
Do you think they would deny that, like in a public forum?
For sure. I almost thought
They'd be like, "Oh no, yeah, that was totally our thing. We wanted to make sure that you read the advertisement." I also love that
questions.
written on it was like Miguel Gonzalez, like born on the 7th, was like written in like Sharpie on that ad, and I'm like, why?
No idea.
Good for you, Miguel, but like, bro.
All right. Some of the infrequently asked questions concerning oat milk. Do I need a permit to carry oat milk?
Yep, you do.
Is
only in 3 states though.
Is oat milk only for indoors, or can I use it outdoors too? Every day.
You just live with this, dude.
Dude, oh my God, I got to get into some of that shit too.
Oh,
Searching for an
yes.
apartment. Fuck me. All
Dude,
right.
there's nothing brings me more joy than your like apartment woes.
I've got an apartment woe and I've got an apartment hunting woe for y'all.
But first we gotta get through Oatly's weird fucking ad campaign.
Does oat milk come with assembly instructions? Do I need to get a special fridge to fit my oat milk?
Yeah, you have. We send you the individual molecules, and then you have to like build it.
Build your fridge. Are any oats harmed in the making of oat milk? I mean, like, that's cute. I get that.
No oats were harmed.
Right? Like, that's cute. But, like, do I need a different fridge to fit my oat? Like, that just makes no sense.
You buy it in a keg. Yeah,
Right?
You put it in a kegerator.
You gotta, like, fucking tap your oat milk every day. Do I have to feed oat milk anything to take care of it? Do I need to practice or prepare myself for oat milk? There it is.
It's like a fucking. It's like a sourdough culture. You've got to like feed it some fucking yeast
You
every
gotta
couple
make
of
it
days.
rise. Ew. What kind of cows does oat milk come from?
Oat cows, come on, you idiot.
Will people still like me if they see me with oat milk?
No.
Do I need a different mouth? Is oat milk okay for pockets? Can I pour oat milk directly on the earth if it's supposed to be good for the earth? Like Napoleon Dynamite in his tots.
It just sloshes around for a little bit as it pours down your leg.
Can I get an electric vehicle tax credit for buying oat milk? Dude, I mean, it goes on for a long fucking time.
Oh god, that
like,
fucking scroll bar is small.
yeah, so I'm not going to read them all, but like, what is the point of this ad campaign? I don't understand it. Like, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it feels very strange.
Right? It seems like a fever dream. Like, these obviously aren't real questions that people are asking.
There's something about absurdism that is like coming back to be like the mainstay of like everything.
Yeah.
Everything's a little absurd.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about it because I love absurdity, but I'm also like,
I do too, but it has to be like tasteful absurdity,
Right.
you know? It can't just be absurdity for the sake of being fucking off the wall.
right. We can't just try to sell oat milk to Italians and hope for the best. You know?
Yeah, I
Like
know.
there's
I mean,
got to be more to it.
they've already got their fucking ricotta and shit. They're good. They just melt their ricotta and drink it. Someone needs to melt the ricotta.
Somebody comes in, they're like, the nice warm glass of ricotta.
Ew.
As you're just like trying
What
to.
do you want for the dinner? Parmesan milk or ricotta milk? Parmigiano.
Every piece of like dairy just exclusively stems from cheese in the Italian
Yeah.
tradition.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of a frozen yogurt do you want? Do you want the frozen cheddar or the frozen mozzarella?
They just hand you like a stick of cheese. That's what it is.
Oh, that's so gross.
Oh, dude.
So anyways, yeah. Oat milk's fucking weird. Goop is fucking weird. We live in a weird time. We live in a weird place.
And this is episode 69.
And this is episode 69 of the Lunchtime Serenade podcast.
Yeah, that keeps happening to me too. I feel like there should be like a receptacle that like has
Maybe
like
that's
a
what that
notch
shit is for.
like forks. But
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense though because
No,
it's
you're
still
right.
on top.
You're right.
Like what do you do with that? It's
There
for
we
like
go.
air circulation.
It is for circulation. It's definitely not for your fork. Well, they didn't design this well. I'll tell you what. That everyone needs to measure a standard fork. If you're going to make a container for food, measure a standard fork or make the bottom textured so that shit doesn't go.
Especially with a salad where you're supposed to cover it in a fucking slippery ass
Right.
liquid. Come on now.
Right. Whoever the fucking engineer is making these containers, I would like to have a word.
Sir, it needs to be serrated on the edge so that we can cut things with it.
So, in case you guys don't know, my lease is up at the end of this month. And
I couldn't remember if it was this month or next month. So cool.
it's this month. And I have been looking for places, not really super successfully yet, but I have some good leads, which is nice. I've been looking for a few weeks, but the issue, living in a place like this, if you're looking 6 weeks out, there's no guarantee it's going to be available.
Yep.
And people don't like to hold places typically for like more than a month, tops.
Yep.
So now that it's the beginning of April, I feel more confident. I'm gonna start looking pretty hard on Monday, but
Attaboy.
yeah, if I find a good
Attaboy.
place, like half the time it's like, oh, okay. They're like, when are you moving in? And I'm like, May. I'd like to shoot for May, and they're like, oh we've got a lot of other people interested in this. Like, yeah, I can't really guarantee that.
Right.
And you probably don't want to pay April rent and May rent and April rent here, you know? So
Right.
I'm like, I get it. But also, the crazy thing, dude, I cannot believe how many people, excuse me, are looking for like apartments right now. I mean, I can, but like whenever I schedule a viewing, I'll show up. There'll be like 10 other people there at the same time.
Holy shit, dude.
They're like, the realtors are just truly like, all right, everyone come at like 5 and just like fucking look through the apartment, which is so hard to tell if you like a place when there's 20 other people fucking just like, you know? So it's nuts. Every place I've toured, like probably 6 or 7 places, every single one of them all have multiple families.
That is wild.
Yeah.
That has never happened to me. Every time I've gone to a place, it's always just been like me and the person.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
That's
like.
so interesting.
Yeah.
There was a thing on Reddit, I think, the other day that was like this person like listed a home in some city somewhere. I can't remember. It was in the Midwest somewhere. Mm-hmm. But they listed a home for like $50,000 under like the price of everything else in the region, and they had over 100 people show up for the open house. So like they were like mobbing the whole fucking neighborhood like to walk up and stuff. It was insane. And I was like, good Lord. I was like, that's probably a little fucked up if you have that many people looking for something solely because it's now like affordable.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
It's insane. I mean, like, so I went to this one place. This is absolutely insane. It was, I mean, nothing around here is cheap, right? Nothing around here is like cheap. There are some places that are more affordable than others, but I would not say that it is a cheap place, even if it's on the lower end of what the area offers.
Absolutely.
I went to this place. I'm looking mainly for 2 bedrooms because I want to be able to have a studio.
Wow, a concept.
I know, right? I don't want to put it in my fucking living room or my bedroom. I don't want to put it in my bedroom anymore. I've been doing that for like 21 years.
The acoustics in this whole space are not good enough for you, man.
Glass everywhere surrounding me. Yeah, surprisingly no. So I went to this place. It's a 2-bedroom. It was really roomy. It was like 1,100 square feet. I was like super stoked on it. Right. The pictures all looked really nice. She's like, the realtor said that, or the landlady said that they just renovated it. They just repainted. I'm like, okay, cool. This sounds great.
Hell yeah.
Show up again. There's like 3 other people there. And so I get there immediately, like it's an upstairs unit. The door is open. Immediately, as soon as I hit the stairs, I smell paint. Like that harsh, like chemically fresh paint. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, I guess they just painted, but like, holy shit, it's really strong. They painted it themselves. You can clearly tell like it's like really uneven or whatever, smells really strong, like definitely not professionally done. And I'm like in there and I'm like, can we like crack a window or something? And she's like, yeah, we can crack a window. It took 2 people to pry the window open because they painted the windows shut.
Dude, holy shit, that's infuriating.
Yeah.
I had a friend who like when they repainted their place, they painted over all of the wall outlets too. So you couldn't plug anything in. Oh my God,
come on.
So like he had to like get like a drill
and, like,
in order to like pull the screws out because they were painted over.
Dude,
so he like pulled them out and had to replace them all.
What a joke.
Insane. How do you do that?
Right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Kind of weird, but we opened the window. And then I was like, I check out the kitchen. So it's first the living room, and then there's this nice like dividing wall, and then like around here's the kitchen. So I go in the kitchen, and then shit is bare, and I'm like, oh, okay, well they're renovating it, whatever. So I ask her, I'm like, so when are the renovations gonna be done? And she's like, oh, they're done. And I was like, oh no, I'm like, when are you gonna like move stuff back into the kitchen and stuff? She's like, the unit is as is. And I'm like, okay, hold on. There was no refrigerator, which is common, I'm finding. Yeah. No refrigerator, no stove, no oven, no washing machine, no dishwasher, rather. No washing machine, no dryer in the unit, which is also common.
But you had hookups for him?
No hookups.
Okay, so that sucks.
And no washer dryer on premises.
What? So you'd have to pay a shit ton of money to buy all of those things.
Yes.
On top of paying a shit ton of money for the place, and then still have to take your shit to a laundromat.
Yes, and there was not a laundromat nearby. The closest one was a mile away. $2,400.
Holy fuck, dude. Yeah. That's horseshit.
And it wasn't even like renovated. Like it looked clean, but it wasn't like, marble countertop. It wasn't like this, you know? $2,400.
Their renovations was just like covering up the fucking drill marks from the last
That's probably
tenant.
what it was.
That's funny, dude.
Insane.
That's crazy.
But people, I guarantee someone will snatch that up in a week.
Oh yeah, dude.
Easy.
Oh yeah. And that's like the crazy thing too, is like $1,800 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment anywhere else in the world, or anywhere else like in the country, except for like 2 or 3 places.
Right.
People would be like, that's insane. There's no way.
Money.
There's absolutely no way. But like here, it's like, holy shit, that's a steal.
That's a steal, and you're probably making a couple compromises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting everything you want.
Damn, I know.
Yeah. It's crazy,
insane.
dude.
It's really infuriating.
Where have you been looking in the city?
I've been looking mostly at Sherman Oaks, Van Nuys, and stuff. I have a couple really like good leads in Sherman Oaks, but I think I'm going to start looking a little farther west, like Encino, Woodland Hills area this next week, just to just for shit.
Just to cover the space. Yeah, might
as well because I've looked all kind of around. Nothing in Studio City is affordable, so I have to go outside Studio City.
Especially, and the annoying thing about Studio City too is that like, to have something, like a good place is absurdly expensive. And then to have a place that's like, you're making a bunch of compromises is still really expensive.
Yes.
So it's like, you can't get away from it.
You really can't win. So yeah, I'm looking farther north. Like I've basically covered this portion of the valley and I've really only found a couple. So I'll continue my search there, but I'm going to start moving a little farther west. Just see what happens. I'm not tied to any one location. But it's a nightmare. Dude.
Yeah, dude, that shit's a grind. It's like every time like Megan and I are like talking about it, we're like, man, she ordered something that came to us, but since they closed our package room, if UPS or USPS is bringing something and it doesn't fit in your mailbox, it's like this big, they put a thing in there and you have to go to the post office and pick it up. So Megan did that. But they didn't leave like a slip or anything. She was like, what the hell? So like she was checking for the thing and it was always like scheduling redelivery or whatever. So she would like go into it and try to email them and it was saying like their email is down. Yeah. So she was like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do then? And so like finally a slip came on like Friday. She got it and she was like, cool. Went to the post office with it, showed it to them and they were just like, oh yeah, we sent this back to the sender an hour ago.
No fucking
And she was
way.
like, what? And she was just like, yeah, no one ever claimed it, so we just sent it back. And she was just like, no, there was no slip until the day that you sent it, and I was an hour late. Fuck you guys.
Come on, dude.
And so we're like, we just have to find an apartment complex that actually like gives a shit about like their tenants, which is none of them. Right. But like at least none of them. Some of them might have a place to put a package or two. And we're just like, God, we want to do it, but we're also like, fuck, I don't want to move. Moving sucks.
Moving it's such a not even like a big time. I mean, obviously it's a big money investment. It's a huge time investment. Oh. Like it takes you got to go drive to these places. You got to meet a bunch of people. You got to like be like, yeah, you got to fill out a bunch of forms. I mean, like, oh my God.
And meanwhile, you're still working like a full-time job too.
It's fucking crazy.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah. Let's bust into these cookers.
Dude, I don't know if I can eat the rest of this.
Yeah.
Like out of...
Don't bother.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I'm going to put her in
here. You tried. You gave her a good college try.
I gave it the old college try, and that's what matters. That's what fucking matters.
All right. These cookies look okay, actually. They're very soft. They're very squishy.
Is that coconut in there?
Yeah, it's coconut and chocolate chip.
Hell yeah. These were $5.
Yeah, $5
By the way,
2 cookies.
Just to let you know, in case you were wondering.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, but they kind of fuck.
They kind of fuck.
Yeah. That is the density that a cookie should be.
I love how dense they are.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Big fan. All right. Damn. So Goop's pulling itself back solely with its $5 tiny ass cookies. Like if I pay $5 for a cookie, it better be like that big, you know? Yeah. Like the size of like a personal pizza.
Right. Exactly.
But like,
they're making up for it with the density. I like it.
Yeah.
I think these are I think everything is gluten free at Goop. So I think
that's all they care about is the gluten.
Yeah.
The gluten intolerant.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Targeting.
Yeah. Don't care.
It's not bad.
Eat it. Put it in your mouth.
I can't do the whole thing at once. I got to pace myself.
Yeah.
I had a whole package of M&Ms last night. Family size.
You just sat there crushing them. Dude.
Fucking.
You know, like those snap peas.
Dude, those are good.
Yeah. Every time we get like the industrial size bag at Costco, Megan eats it in like 2 days. And I can't be mad at her because I'm like, yeah, I'd do the same thing. It's fine.
Facts.
It just is so what it is. You just crush them. Sit there watching TV.
The coconut strips are in my teeth a little bit, but it's okay.
Happens to the best of us, man. We all got teeth.
We all got teeth. All right. On to the current apartment woes. The ones that are happening to me to this day. To this very day.
I still can't get over that this is just like such a constant thing on the podcast.
I know.
Even at your old apartment.
I know.
Still fucking, you'll never get away from it, man. Hopefully the next one's fine. But anyways.
Oh, I gotta fucking finish.
Spin us a yarn with your dense ass cookie.
I'll spin you a yarn in 2 seconds. There's so much food in my mouth.
You ever had anything that dense in your mouth before?
It's been a while.
Okay, fair enough. Figured I'd ask.
It's been quite a while. All right. So, we live in Los Angeles.
Really?
Not the rainiest of places.
No.
Right?
Oh, God.
So, it's rained maybe twice in the last 4 months, 5 months. And when I say rain, I mean like rain, like heavy rain.
None of that spitting shit.
Yeah, none of that like fucking full on.
Yeah, nothing like your grandpa's talking to you.
Yeah.
You know.
No, we're talking like monsoon season in Thailand rain, like. So every time, both of the times that it has heavily rained, the past one was a few days ago, like last week sometime. Water, I find wet spots in my bedroom.
Tight.
On the floor.
And you didn't pee yourself or anything
right?
like that.
I didn't pee. I'm like, okay, so something's going on, right? Like last time it rained, I found them and I was so perplexed. I looked all over the ceilings, the walls, no signs of entry, no whatever, truly just in 2 spots on the floor. I noticed it because my nightstand looked like it had water damage, like it had shit like on the sides. And I was like, I didn't spill anything, whatever. So it's in my closet and it's in next to my nightstand. The first time I found it, I was so fucking confused. I called the front office. I was like, I don't know if there's a leak. You should probably check it out. I don't know what's going on. We couldn't figure out where it was coming from. We're just like...
It's just like coming up through the floor.
Yeah, we're like, this is like weird. I'll keep you posted if it happens again. Like we cleaned it up. It was like just weird. He took pictures of it for reference, but nothing we could do because we didn't know where it came from.
Nothing up with like your ceilings, anything either?
No, nothing in the ceiling, nothing in the wall, nothing.
Weird.
So whatever, like 4 months go by. It rains again this past week. And I noticed in the same 2 exact spots, water on the floor. And I'm like, this is... this can't be a coincidence, right?
Yeah.
So I call him again. I was like, man, something's going on.
Something is happening.
There's something afoot, and I don't know what it is.
We need security cameras. We need to call the Ghost Adventure people.
So truly, so the building manager comes in, and a girl who works at the building comes in, and they're like looking on the floors, whatever. And it's like a Friday afternoon, or they're like about to go home. I'm like trying to chill. Like 3 people come into my apartment, and they're like looking around, and they're like on their hands and knees, and they're like in my shit, right? And I'm like, okay, well, they're looking for something. And the girl goes, what do you... Oh my God, sorry. This is dense as fuck.
It's still having an effect on you?
Yeah, man. God damn.
The density. It's just coming for you.
Density is wild. Density's child. So... So the girl's in here and she's like, what do you think this is from? And I'm like, I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. And she's like, is it pee? And I was like, I didn't pee there. She's like, right, but do you have a dog? And I was like, don't have a dog. Are you sure? I am 100% positive.
Sir, are you positive that there's no animal in this room?
Can we do a dog check? I don't think I believe you. I shouldn't have taken a bite of that. God damn it.
You're just going to fall back into the same fucking vicious cycle that you've been in for the last 10 minutes. Or 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
So.
You have water right there.
Bro, you're right. You're totally right. Wow. I had forgot about that. That's hilarious.
That's exactly what you needed in that
exactly
moment.
What I needed. So she's like, I know she was joking at this point. She's like, I'm going to smell it. And I'm like, it's not pee.
She gets like down on all fours. She's just
She was on all fours next to it. And I knew she was joking, but I was like, she didn't say it in a jokey way.
she kind of meant it.
Like
there was part of her that
was like half joke. She's like, haha, are you sure it's not pee? Haha, what if,
what if
what if I just, yep, not pee.
pulls out like a straw.
One of those collapsible ones.
It's like metal. She's like,
yeah, you're right.
All
That's just
in one
rainwater. So still can't figure it out. The next day, the building manager comes in just by himself. He's like, did water come in again? I'm like, no. And he said, okay, I'm going to have someone else come in with me tomorrow. I'm like, God damn, okay. Next day, he comes in with someone else. This time they have like a water checking moisture meter or whatever the fuck.
He points it at something and it just says that's water.
That shit wet.
It just tells you whether it's water or not.
It's like it's this 2-pronged thing, right?
Yeah.
And it basically like it creates a little electrical current, and that's how you can tell if there's water, because water conducts.
Science.
Yeah. But you have to jam it in, right? These prongs are like
they're just like stabbing it into your wall.
They're stabbing my wall. There's
Really
fucking holes. They're like
dude.
this far apart. They look like little vampire bites, but they're like they're pushing really hard. Oh, I got the density.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Trying to figure out if it's coming from the ceilings, whatever. It's not coming from the ceilings or the walls, like definitively. So then they start pushing into my floor. I have holes in the floor.
They're just like got like a hammer and they're just like staking it into the ground.
And it's wet in that one area still, even though it's been like 3-4 days. So he comes in again the next day, right?
This is like 4 days.
Consecutive days that people have come into my apartment.
And you've had about what, 4 different people in here now?
I've had the one guy's always the same, but
Okay.
yeah, it's been like 4 different other people at total.
That's insane.
And he measures it one last time and it's still wet. And he's like, all right, well, what day is good for you next week? And I was like, what does that mean? And he said, when will you be home and have 5 hours, then be here for like 5 hours straight? And I was like, I don't know, Wednesday. And he said, all right, I'm going to have some people come in here on Wednesday. They're going to tear up the floor in your bedroom. And I was like, huh? He said, well, these things are pretty easy to tear up. I'm like, okay, yeah, but they're tearing up the whole bedroom, or they're tearing up just that area? What are they going to do? What do I need to be? He's just like, you just need to be here. Like, they're going to be in your room for like a good 4 or 5 hours. So I have that to look forward to on Wednesday.
They're just going to bang it out in your room real quick.
Yep. They're going to tear up my floors. The guy who came in with the moisture meter the first time, he said that it's probably a vent on the roof that's pointing straight up. So it collects rainwater, and then I guess it runs through a pipe that is under my floor. But he said to remedy that, they're going to buy like a 90-degree thing so that it doesn't face straight up. But for the time being, they have to check if there's still moisture under my floorboards, because that can lead to mold.
And the best they can do is just tear your fucking floor apart.
The best they can do is tear up the planks in my room.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I have that on Wednesday.
It's going to be like them searching for fucking treasure.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, I know what to do somewhere.
Yeah.
Ripping it up.
I gave them my 30-day notice. This was in the midst of all this. I gave them my 30-day notice.
He comes back with the thing and you're like, oh, by the way.
Hey, man, by the way.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I can't. Good luck with this shit. I give them the 30-day notice, and then immediately I get a call, like maybe 5 minutes after I send the email. And it's the girl who asked me if I was sure I had a dog. And she's like, hey, I just got your email. Sorry to hear that you want to leave. Is there anything we can do? And I'm like, interesting question. I was like, you could make the rent cheaper.
Yeah, right.
I was like, it's mostly I don't want to pay as much as I'm paying is what it is. That, like, if it comes down to brass tacks, that is the main reason.
Yeah.
Because this is a fine enough spot. I like this spot, actually. It is what it is. Whatever. If it was much cheaper, great. And she's like, well, what's your ideal rent? And I'm like, okay, ideal rent, or are we talking realistically? Because
you're like sitting there with a calculator.
Yeah.
It's like, well, real quick.
I was like, ideally, come on. I was like, realistically, if you could drop it down by like $300 a month, I would be happy. And she's like, I don't know if I can do that. And I was like, that's fine. I'm not asking you to.
Yeah, right.
I'm just like,
you're the one that suggested this.
I'm like, that's really okay. Like, I get it. It's an expensive area. It's a nice building. Like, someone will pay it. I don't mind. I'm just saying, like, this isn't. She's like, okay, well, if you could give me a number. I was like, $2,300. How about that? And she's like, oof. Okay.
Let me come in here and see what they do.
She's like, well, let me talk to the higher ups on Monday. I'll get back to you. I'm like, why are you doing this? I'm like, I'm like, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, I appreciate it, but I don't think they're gonna go for that.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Like that's absurd. People don't negotiate rent prices in buildings like this. It's just like that's what it is. You know? It's not like one landlord who like just like owns a building and it's like one person. Like this is like a fucking development company. It's like a construction company.
Right.
They're not gonna haggle with me on my rent.
And if they do, it's gonna be very small.
It's gonna be like $50 to $100.
Yeah.
Max. I'm asking for 300 here. You're not gonna, I was like, okay, yeah, thanks. Let me know what they say. Like, I'm not expecting much, so I will hear about that on Monday. But I was like, otherwise, I just want to be clear. It's okay, but this is my written 30-day notice, just in case.
Right.
You can't do that. So she's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. So
That's so wild,
right?
I've never heard of a place try to keep its tenants.
I know.
Unless they're not getting others. You know?
That might be their concern. I mean, they know it's probably an expensive bill, but dude, people will pay.
Absolutely, they will.
Absolutely, people will pay to live here.
Oh yeah.
So, it was weird though. They called me like, "What can we do?" And I was like,
I loved how immediate it was.
It was so dude. It takes me so long to get an email back on anything else, but that makes me think maybe they're afraid they won't be able to sell it. But I don't know why. Yeah. I mean, rent it out. I don't know why though, because
there's plenty of places that are less quality than this that are more expensive that people will pay for.
Yes, everywhere in this area, even in North Hollywood, like even just like a mile up, like places are this expensive because that's just the area, So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'd be stoked if they give me a discount, but like, fucking, I'm not expecting much.
Yeah,
I'm not expecting it.
Is that discount worth your sanity though? That's the thing.
If they can give me to $2,300, yeah, it's worth my sanity.
All right,
because I'm not going to find a place this nice that has everything that I want. For that price. I could probably find a 2-bedroom for around that price, if even a little cheaper, but I would probably make a few sacrifices here and there as far as quality of life. So
I mean,
if they give me that, I'm happy.
My first apartment in North Hollywood, like after I moved out with Nate, that place was 3-bed, 2-bath for like $2,250 a month.
No way,
dude. Yeah, dude. It was
Stop, please, I beg you.
Yeah, it was cheap as fuck.
Did you guys have laundry?
We had like one on site, but it was like just in the back of the building, so it wasn't that bad.
But damn.
Yeah, that place was great, dude. That's why it's been like the revolving door of my friends because like the landlord too. It's like just like a dude who owns the building, and like dude, we'd text him and be like, hey, like we have like a light bulb out. And he'd be like, all right, I'll be there in like 15 minutes. A dude would show up with just like a bag of light bulbs.
That's great.
Yeah, and he'd be like, here, just keep them.
That's great.
One goes out, put them in there. He would show up every like 2 months to like change out our air conditioning filters. He would like, when we first moved in, we were like, hey, there's some like cockroaches in the kitchen. That's not good. And he was like, I'll have someone there the next morning. Lo and behold, dude showed up at 8 a.m. the next morning.
Wow.
They sprayed the whole place. Never had a problem after. For like the whole time we were there. It was great. Like, dude was super nice, super responsive, just like this kind of old Armenian dude that would just like chain smoke cigarettes. Super nice guy. But dude, cheap as hell. As soon as like one person moved out, we always had a friend that was moving out that would take that room. Cause it's like, dude, to be able to find a room for like $700 a month with like people that you know in this place, super, super sick.
Yeah, that's a fucking steal.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
NoHo is dope.
NoHo's dope. Yeah, it's a good. I mean, dude, it's becoming so fucking gentrified.
Oh yeah, dude.
They're really like pushing.
Oh yeah.
Those kinds of apartments and those prices out. Yeah, they're really like it's hard to find.
Which was rough because like the neighborhood that I lived in was very much kind of like a lower income like familial neighborhood. So it was like kind of dope because I was like, okay, cool. These are like families living in these homes and stuff like that. It was like super nice, very diverse and everything. And then as I was starting to like get ready to move out, because I was finally not unemployed and shit like that.
Yeah.
As I was getting ready to move out, the whole place, like they started tearing down these homes and building buildings like this. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like doing it because like you look at like the fucking arts district. I don't know what that was like painting. It was weird.
No, I got that.
you look at like the arts district, and then like you go immediately north, and it kind of like stops, and then you're like, okay, this is where it's like it starts to drop off a little bit.
Right.
But like that whole thing's just getting pushed now. It's wild, weird as hell.
That's wild.
Super weird. But
damn, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the disparity between even just block to block is nuts. Like you'll have a building like this, and then you'll have like a building that's been there since like the 1940s, and it's like old and whatever. And you know they're gonna get pushed out.
Oh yeah.
Soon, probably in the next 5-10 years.
And they'll tear it down and they'll build something within like 8 months.
Yep.
That apparently the floor leaks.
Dude, they don't care about these buildings. They're just fucking money machines.
Oh yeah.
Them, you know, they're just like, we can hastily build shit, do shit that doesn't make sense, cut a lot of corners. It looks nice on the outside. All the fucking rich yuppies will flock to it, and they'll be like, yeah, this is luxury living. Like, it's just really a fucking cardboard box with a Gucci logo painted on it, man. Like,
dude, that is the best descriptor. They went to Walmart, they bought a shirt, and they like screen printed the Gucci logo on it. And they were like, here you go.
They're like, here you go. That'll be $3,000 a month, please, if you don't mind.
That was like the moment, because like our rent, they like, the way that they do water is they like, it's the whole building added together and then split amongst the units. Too. So like for us now, with that added onto it, we pay them like $3,000 a month. And
how much is the water every month?
It's like $210, $250 bucks.
Oh God,
because it's like the whole complex is like 12 of these buildings.
Oh, wow.
So it's
they don't even they don't split it up by like region of the building.
I don't think so.
That's fucked, man. Because that's a lot. I mean, they do the same shit here, but I don't pay nearly that much for shared utilities.
Our water bill, like where I used to live, was like maybe $95. Maybe every now and then. And then like, you know, it would jump up if we had like people staying with us. Oh no. Right. But like that was basically it. So now Megan and I are just like, we're gonna leave.
It's time, man.
It's time.
It's so hard though. It's like, it fucking sucks. I know we've talked about this so many times, but like it truly like it feels like you're like trapped in one place, and like you want to buy. Like obviously that's the goal, to buy and own and be putting your fucking money into equity every month instead of into the ether for lining someone's pockets. Forever.
That doesn't even live in the city.
Never even gonna see it ever again.
Yeah.
But like the barrier for that is so high.
Oh yeah, dude.
I mean, absolute bare minimum, you're going to be spending $600,000 or $700,000.
Yeah. And then still your mortgage on top of that is going to be more expensive than what a rent payment would be. So it's like, I did like a whole calculation for it where I was just like, okay, if I bought like, if we were to buy a house of like $750,000 and put like $75,000 to $100,000 down, which is a fucking absurd amount of money.
Yeah.
Just offhand.
Yeah.
To be like, yes, I have this money, take it.
Right.
Crazy, insane concept. The rent pay or like your mortgage payment is still like $4,200 a month. I
know.
And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
That doesn't even factor in homeowners insurance or like HOA if you have that.
Or any of your utilities that you would have to pay. Any of like the typical home upkeep that you now have to do yourself.
It's disgusting.
It's wild, dude. Yeah. Crazy.
So,
gross.
I mean, fucking we'll see. We'll see. Really, hopefully, like in the next 5-ish years, we will be in a place where we will feel more comfortable.
Hopefully. But yeah, we'll see.
We'll see, man.
It's one of those places.
Yeah. It did be one of those places.
Man, episode 69 just took a fucking dark turn.
Guys.
What? We got some funny shit?
That's the 6 and the 9. The 6 is the funny shit, and the 9 is the funny shit flipped on its head. It's the dark truth, hard reality of someone who has to hold themselves up, given fellatio.
Episode 69 is a dark comedy.
Yeah, it's a dark comedy.
You're going to laugh. You're going to cry.
You're going to do everything in between.
Yeah.
You might be aroused. You might be frightened.
You're going to drink some cheese.
You're going to drink some cheese, and
you're going to be mad at Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, fuck Gwyneth Paltrow. What else did I have?
Like, for no real reason. Well, no, for a couple of good reasons.
There's some pretty good reasons, I think. She doesn't have she's just a problematic person. She's just like, I don't think she's problematic necessarily, but like the kinds of things that she like, her values and her morals and the things and the way that she pitches them to the people who are going to receive them, they're like not great. Like she has like weird, flawed science views on things and like, and
it's just wrong most of the time.
It's wrong, and her target audience is people who will believe that shit. Yeah. And she's an influential person, obviously. So it's hard. It's just like it's really hard for me to get behind. It's people that aren't even necessarily like doing harmful things, but like using their influence to just like mislead or grift people into like giving them more money.
Yep.
At the end of the day, that's what she's doing.
Yep.
You know.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. Everything's a grift. It's a gaff. It's a spoof.
Yep.
So
It's a goddamn scam.
it's a goddamn scam.
It's a racket. Tax evasion.
Fraud. 6 different restaurants that all serve different foods.
For
It's
some
a damn
fucking reason.
joke.
They took their one menu, they ripped out the pages, and they were like, you get this one, you get that one. You go on down to Texas,
there,
you
one.
never talk to me again. Get the fuck out of my face.
Now that we've hit the 9 pretty hard, we're going to circle back to the 6.
Hell yeah.
With some funny shit.
69 is all about the repetition, the repeat, the
repetition.
cyclical events that
Yes.
lead you to perfect comedy.
Mm-hmm. Perfect comedy and simultaneous orgasm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I found a great subreddit the other day. It's called r/never broke a bone.
Oh my god, dude! It's so funny to me because Twitter has been like a buzz about it, and I was like, y'all motherfuckers never heard about this.
I know. Well,
This
I
shit's
saw it
insane.
on Twitter, and it's so It's just like I had forgotten about it.
Yeah, dude, because it's been around for forever.
It's been around for. I mean, all of Reddit's been around.
Yeah.
There's very few new subreddits that I'm like, that's a new one. Like they're all things that people just discover, I guess, after a while. But yeah, Twitter's been all over this one. It's so fucking funny because it's just like the most. I mean, it's like hydro homies where people are so like. Fucking like this is my thing and this is like fuck you if you don't believe in this thing.
But like I can never tell. I can't tell where the bit ends and the belief begins.
I know.
You know?
They take it. There's like a really blurry line there, but it's fucking hilarious.
It's so great.
I found this post that you probably saw on Twitter, but it was this. It's never broke a bone. It's for people who obviously have never broken a bone, and then people occasionally will post, "Hey guys, sorry I have to leave. I broke a bone." And then everyone will berate them in the comments, like call them just the most demeaning shit, and immediately they will get banned from the sub.
Yep.
Like without question, the mods will be like, "Bye, bitch."
Yep.
This guy
posted, they take you out back and they just shoot you in the back of the head.
They Lenny you, man. That shit is it's brutal.
They lassie you. What's the dog?
Lassie.
Is it Lassie?
I think it's Lassie, right? Old Yeller.
Oh no, I think it's Old Yeller.
Is it Old Yeller?
Someone tell me which dog gets shot.
I think it might be Old Yeller.
In the comments, please.
Yeah, it's Old Yeller.
I'll say it's Old Yeller.
It could be Lassie, dude. I don't fucking know. Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Yes. The band,
Maybe
not the movie.
Yes.
Or the book.
The band. Yeah. It might be Lassie. I don't know. Now I'm confused.
I think it's Old Yeller now that you brought that up.
Okay.
Everybody vote in the comments below. Whichever one has the most votes is the one that dies. I just said that word like 12 times, and then I was like, nope, don't know where it is anymore.
Oh, man.
It's gone.
1 for Lassie, 2 for Old Yeller.
Yeah.
So this person posted, made it 17 years in 1 week, finally broke my streak and my elbow, and they post a picture of them in a sling. Comments. Weak, pathetic trash. Couldn't even make it out of adolescence.
You fucking nerd.
Don't boast about making it for 17 years. The fact that you broke your elbow means your bones are shit, always have been shit, and that never changed. You just got lucky by playing it safe for 17 years and pretending you were one of us. I've been in car accidents, tossed by a bull, fallen 20 feet off a rock face, never more than a bruise. Don't let the door hit you on the way out because it might break your pathetic spine if you even have one.
My guy needs to get on a fucking vitamin D supplement prescription.
Right? Get lost, cracker bones. I'm going to say it.
Cracker bones! Oh my god!
Because they crumble.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, man. I'm going to say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow. Classic.
Yeah.
It makes me sick that weak-boned scum like you manage to squeak through the cracks for as long as you do. Like vermin, living off hard work and toils of your betters, bones so weak, brittle, and meek. 17 years. Psh. 17 years stealing sun from the grass denser than your marrow. Leaves more steadfast in their pursuit. Dirt with greater constitution and grit. Out. Get out. Plunder our good graces no more, heathen. Maybe the primordial ooze may have you once more. There be perhaps no semblance of structure there for your bones to desecrate.
Jesus Christ, dude. My guy just wrote a whole Bible verse about this guy's broken elbow.
You made you're descended from a bloodline of wet toilet paper and sugar. I'd bet money that your weak bones go all the way back to Abel, whose skull was cracked and broken by a simple rock. From beginning of time, you were damned to be pathetic. Fuck you, you pixie dust son of a bitch.
You pixie dust son of a bitch. I'm gonna get that tattooed on my chest.
Pixie dust son of a bitch. Pitiful, I just hit level 33, nearly double your high score. Congrats, brother. About to hit level 28, all while skiing, mountain biking, rock climbing, and fucking this dude's mom. So some of these people I think are very serious.
Yeah.
Like the people that are like, fuck you, I made it to 38. Like, okay. But obviously the people that are writing like, you primordial scum, like that's funny.
Yeah, right.
That shit is hilarious.
That's a bit.
But the people that are like, yeah, well, I jump off mountains and I've done this and this and this. I'm like, okay, you feel like you have something to prove.
Bro, we get it. You drank milk as a kid.
An absolute fucking joke.
You know what I drink? I drink a mouthful of Oatly every morning.
A mouthful of Oatly.
Every morning. And you know what? I'm fine. You know who's on a fucking like industrial strength vitamin D supplement right now?
Who?
Megan.
No.
Yeah, dude. She like her doctor was just like, so we did some blood work. You're a little vitamin D deficient. We'll put you on like a prescription for it. We go pick it up. Each pill is 1,250 milligrams of vitamin D.
Oh God.
And I was like, holy
That's a
fuck.
lot.
They gave you a horse pill, dude.
That's a lot of vitamin D.
Yeah.
That's a lot of anything.
And I was just like, holy shit. I was like, Megan, you got to drink more milk.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? Get her some milk.
She needs some milk.
Get her some milk.
No way. That's so funny.
It's so funny.
That's really funny, actually.
It is really funny.
Like
I feel bad making fun of her for it, but I'm also like,
gotta take my human pill to make me a functioning human.
Gotta keep my skeleton together, I guess.
Gotta get my cracker bones in order.
Gotta make sure they don't get dipped in soup. In goop soup.
Goop soup.
Goop soup. You just like dip somebody in like water. Like
and
they jump into a pool and they're just like, it's that scene in fucking bones. What's it called? Like Under the Skin or something like that. Oh, bro, it's like a fucking horror movie about this alien who's played by Scarlett Johansson.
What?
Comes to Earth to basically like seduce people and like kill them basically. Mm-hmm. And it's like they're like floating in like this water in like the blackness of whatever.
What?
And then they're just like skeleton disappears. So it's just like flapping like skin and shit.
That sounds
weird as hell.
Fuck.
Terrifying.
Under the water? Under the skin?
Under the skin, I think is what it's called. Something like that.
Out.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking terrifying.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Gwyneth Paltrow just eating people's skeletons.
Turning
it into bone broth.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It was a bit.
Sorry. I thought we were... Fuck! I missed a bit!
God damn it!
Molly episode?
Dude, we just get like...
For lunch, we got Molly.
It's 7 points.
Oh my god.
We have paramedics sitting next to us. Dude, that'd be insane. My teeth are just dust. I can't. I fucking get kicked out of Never Broke a Bone.
Yeah.
Our teeth aren't bones.
Teeth are not bones. Are they? No.
I think so. They're definitely not bones.
They're like calcium.
Tell us in the comments if teeth are bones. Well, then if teeth are bones, then are nails bones? No, nails are not bones.
Bro, I'm too mollied out for this right now. I don't fucking know.
The guy who ate one 5 milligram gummy is just like, nah, man, I can't do it.
I can't do it. I'm fucking zooty bagooty right now.
I am in the atmosphere, man.
I am just absolutely.
I am floating,
bussing right now. Sorry, what did you want to talk about?
Dude, so for anybody who's been on the internet for the last week.
Me.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, me too.
No way.
Wow.
Sick.
Cool. You may have watched the Oscars. You may have seen something transpire in that. And that was Amy Schumer in a Spider-Man outfit. That was fine. I thought that was kind of funny. Her comeback later on was even better. But two dudes hit each other on live TV. Fucking who cares?
Dude, I cannot hear any more about that shit.
I remember like watching on TV and I was just like, oh, this is a bit. And then I was like, oh, they cut the feed. This ain't a bit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay. And then I just like went back to the internet because I was just like, at least it was entertaining, I guess.
Right.
Like at least something happened.
Right.
And then like everybody's just like weighing in on this shit. And I'm like,
the memes for an hour after, I was like, nah, that's funny.
Yeah,
and
right.
then after that, I was like,
oh, y'all are like taking this like
people
too far,
still
bro.
To this day are posting about it. Still.
Dude, move on. Who cares?
Stop it.
Who cares?
They don't know you. They'll never know you. They're detached from reality as it is. We know that. They're fucking multi-millionaires. We don't. Why does it fucking matter?
Yeah. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Let them do their thing and work it out on their own.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep.
We've got the lol W's and the memories, and
exactly.
That's about it.
And we move on. There was like a fucking article that was like about Willow Smith like being out on the town, and they were like, she's out on the town despite her father's controversy, and I was just like,
God,
what the fuck does that have to do with her?
Hey, your dad slapped someone. You gotta come home.
Yeah.
Fuck is that gonna?
Like who cares, dude?
Fuck cares.
My dad slapped the shit out of me all the time when I went outside.
You
Who
still
cares?
see me outside.
Who cares, man?
Oh my
for
God.
for reference, my father never hit me. Don't spin that. But yeah, dude, at this point, I'm just
so
like,
tired of it.
who cares, dude?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares?
And people are like, oh, he should have to give back his Oscar. I'm like, bro, we've given like child molesters
Yeah.
Oscars, and we never asked for those back.
Yeah.
Dudes hit each other all the time. Move on.
Just guys being dudes.
Just guys being
dudes
dudes.
being guys, you know?
Yeah. You know, a little offensive.
It's pretty offensive.
It was pretty offensive going into it, but like,
you know.
you do just move on, everybody.
Move
Who
on.
cares?
Move the fuck on.
Move the fuck on. Speaking of moving on, we have an artist known by the name Machine Gun Kelly. The name of a very notorious gangster, and now a dude who looks like a fucking beanstalk of a human being. Every time there was like a tweet I saw that was like him with like a shovel.
Yeah.
And someone was just like, dude, I straight up did not think he would be able to lift that shovel. And I was like, damn.
He is a very like slim dude.
But he's like 6'4",
Yeah,
though.
I
Like he's
know.
tall as fuck.
Fucking
So like
Skeletor,
you
man.
got
It's
you got
nuts.
some space to let it
Yeah.
sift out, you know? But like, so my guy released a new album last week, I think.
Yeah, last week.
Something like
I
that.
think so.
First of all, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like everything about it now that he's like just fully switched genres after someone massacred him.
Right.
Is like, okay.
Now it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, now I'm just like, okay, cool.
Formulaic.
Yeah, I'm like, you just remade Blink-182's self-titled with Travis Barker. So like you kind of did
Basically
that.
just did that.
Yeah. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. There's a couple good songs on it, but like this is annoying. And every time he fucking makes stuff and like posts stuff about it, I'm like, oh, we need this to stop.
Dude,
We need to move on.
The issue is like when he kind of just did that complete 180 and dropped Tickets to My Downfall like 2 years ago, I was stoked. I was
Me
like,
too. It
This
was a
is
good
so
album.
good. This
It was
is
a good
whatever.
album.
Yeah. And then like just the past year, you just learn like the kind of weird ass person he is.
I am weed.
And yeah, and like
Insane.
now it's hard for me to like him anymore.
Yeah.
You know, because he's just like, yeah, sure, the music sounds good, like it's nostalgic, like
Yeah.
it's cool,
Right.
But like he's fucking weird.
That's
man.
the thing that's like frustrating for me because
Yeah.
I'm very good at like separating the art from the artist. There's some things that I can't really get past that is like Kevin Spacey.
Sure,
That's
like
hard
shit
for
like
me.
that. Yeah.
But like with this,
is
I'm
such
just like,
I'm so on the fence about
yeah,
it.
I'm like, the music's good.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. I'll
Yeah.
still listen to it and have a good time with it. But I'm like, dude, this guy is just so strange.
Yeah.
And the name of this album is called Mainstream Sellout, right?
Yeah.
So on his track that's like Mainstream Sellout is like, I think like the hook is him saying like you've ruined the scene, get out kind of a thing. And then at the end he's like, fuck that. I'm just like, oh, this is like a self-aware thing. I was like, good for him. And then he was just like, nah, fuck that. And I was like, ugh, man, you had a moment to like address it and you were just like, nah, fuck the haters. I'm like, dude. I was like, people.
You were so close.
There's a tweet that I saw that it was just like, we're gonna need like some pop punk band to make like a diss track about him to kick him out of that genre
that'd be
too.
Great. Just see what he transitions to. No, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he just became a full-on EDM DJ after that.
Yeah.
Everyone does it.
He's touring with Shaq.
Fucking. Well, I think that's
And Idris Elba.
That's the next. That's the next step because like all of the bands that were like not necessarily pop punk, but like kind of like metalcore, whatever. Like fucking. Oh God!
You can do it.
Now I can't think
You
of
can do
it. Now I can't think of
Think
them.
back to middle school. Put yourself in that angsty environment.
Breathe Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
And like Attack and
Yeah.
shit. They make straight up like electronic dance music now.
Yeah.
Like dubstep, future based shit. So like I think that's the pipeline. Rapper to rock star to DJ.
Yeah.
Or professional athlete to DJ or porn star to DJ.
Yeah.
Everything
which
ends at
porn star?
DJ. All of them.
Oh, really?
There's so many of
hell
them
yeah.
that are just DJs.
I knew that. What the fuck is her name?
Carter Cruz.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
I knew she was one.
Yeah. There's like
Just because I've met
20
her,
of them. Yeah.
which was weird.
Yeah.
It was a weird day. Don't read into that. It was a thing for a music video. Don't worry. But yeah, dude. That's so strange.
Everyone ends up a DJ at some point in their life. I know, that is a hill I will die on.
That's the end goal for like everybody.
Yeah.
It's like once I put out like an EDM record, then I'm like, all right, we're done.
Then that is the
Then I
apex
retire.
of my life. Yeah.
And then I just do that for the rest of my life. I guess. That's so funny, dude.
Yeah. Everyone becomes a DJ.
Which is like kind of frustrating because it's like that the genre of music has been around for a very small amount of time.
Yeah.
And everybody has like fed into it.
Yeah.
And so it's like just so overly saturated where it's like to me, it seems almost impossible for someone to get into that space and do something like extraordinarily new.
Yeah.
You know, like especially like someone who's just starting to get into it because it's like, what do you do? Like everybody's doing the same fucking thing.
It's so hard now. Everything. I mean, and everyone just has access to like, there's no barrier of entry. There's nothing at all preventing anyone from making like even decent sounding electronic music. Like the tools are just fucking out there. Like you can buy your way into not even just like having someone make it for you, but like these high quality loops, these high quality whatever, they just exist. And you can pay like $7 a month and have access to basically a full.
Wow, that's it.
Yeah, Splice subscription is $7 a month.
Wow.
And there's like, I mean, it's like top level producers making like
that's
high
incredible.
Quality loops, and you can just fucking rip shit and make songs out of it.
Dude, I mean, that's kind of the same thing with like VFX now.
Yeah.
Is like you have a whole bunch of people like who make subscriptions, make assets, throw them up there. You can buy them
and
for
just drag and drop. Dude.
Yeah.
Ezra Cohen, you could just drag and drop all his fucking assets.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
like
and like it's easy to tell though. That's the thing. Like you can tell like, oh, this is just like a Premiere preset, but like not a lot of. I mean, it still looks good, and the layman is not going to be like, oh, that's from the texture pack. You know?
Right. And then it's like, oh, you're listening to a song, and you're like, oh, this bass kind of fucks, dude.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you move on.
Yeah.
It's strange. Strange times, man.
Strange times.
God.
But that's where we're at, you know? Strange times. 69 is a strange number. 69 is a strange act.
But it's perfectly balanced.
It's perfectly balanced. You got the 6, you got the 9.
Entropy can't come for it, baby. It's already perfect.
That's true.
There's no heat
you
in
can
it.
come from it.
I was pointing to the cum on your shirt, but
oh,
I like this more.
Me too.
This feels good.
Yeah.
This feels nice.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for.
Have you done the?
Oh, I like that. Everyone, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this very special episode of the Lunchtime Serenade podcast. Hope you learned something, and we'll see you guys next time.
Middle of the day, middle of the week. Peace.
Every time you move your other hand,
I know,
this one, like does a weird
separated
thing.
it. I can't separate the two halves of my body.
So
I move
funny.
at once.
Love y'all.
Bye.